Hello, I'm Mark Graves. Thank you so much for being here. It's volume two, I don't know, 80 something. I'll figure out what it is. Sorry, it's early, and I'll put it down here in the bottom and let you know. I'm Mark Graves, just a regular guy fighting prostate cancer. I'm glad to have you along for the ride. Today's special day. I've got an interview with my buddy Steve Nelson, one of the OG members of the cancer crew. And if you remember, we had him on about a year ago. We were all excited. He was getting ready to start I guess you would call it an event that he's been training for, and didn't quite work out the way he was hoping last year. So it's going to happen again this year. So, hey, Steve, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well, Mark. Yeah, we're training for Ironman Sacramento again. So this is my fifth Ironman to train for, fourth to actually do, being as we had the bomb cyclone last year and they canceled the race on us. Which, we talked about it a year ago. We did a post-race update, and with all the rain and all the problems, it was really the right call. I just want to make sure everybody knows it was the right call to cancel a race. We would have taken all the resources from the county and the city, and it was just the wrong thing to do, is have a race. So the hard part is it takes 6 months of dedicated 6 days a week training to do these races, which we're pretty stupid to do it, or idiotic, or to have a screw loose, or whatever you want to call it. Because obviously, if you want to do 140.6 mile race with swim, bike, run, it's you just have to have a screw loose.
Yeah, let's just say you're not your normal. You're not me for sure. But,
yeah. I mean, for us, we have so many friends that do it. For us, it's normal, and But this year, we'll see what happens. This year should be good. So update, yes, I'm still fighting prostate cancer. My PSA is not zero. It's bouncing around. It has been going up a bit. I'm also fighting skin cancer. I had a big, huge surgery a few months ago on a squamous cell that 1.5 inch diameter on my arm. It's been taking forever to heal.
that was nasty.
Yeah, I went in for a biopsy on Monday. Had a new biopsy done for another that'll turn out to be squamous, which will need another surgery. So, an ordinary guy, but just in the sun too much and prostate cancer like you guys. Really glad to be part of the cancer crew. I want to give a shout out this year to the team that I'm racing for. So I'll stand up a little bit so you can see that. So this is awesome. This is the team I'm racing for this year, F Cancer, and it's a great team. I was invited to be a team member this year, and really excited for it. If you want to donate or whatever, you can find us online. It's a really good team. It's a good group of guys, and a really good sponsorship level to do it. So I'm really excited to support them and to race in their colors this year. This year's still going to be tough. We do a lot of work. We number crunch. I'm a retired engineer. We number crunch.
Mm-hmm.
And so, the swim's 2.4 miles, the bike is 112 miles, and the run is 26.2 miles full marathon. And so you just crunch the numbers. How fast am I in the water? How fast am I on the bike? How fast am I going to be running? The cutoff is 17 hours. If you're not moving forward, you're falling behind. Our whole crew, we've got 4 people that are directly racing with us. My wife, and then the Baumgartners, Mike and Paige. They're super people. We've trained with them all year. Mike and Paige are going to do great. My wife and I are going to struggle. It's a 17-hour cutoff. We will make the cutoff, but you won't make the cutoff by sitting around somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever walked with a person, so if you're walking along and you stop for 15 seconds and you take a look at how far that other person is continued to walk is ahead of you. That's the time then that you have to make up.
Right.
And so it's an interesting thing. So the course is good. American River to the Sacramento River with the tide, with the current. So that should be fast. the bike ride 112, 2 loops out into the vineyard area. So that, and it's flat. It should be a little windy. So the other thing that you do, you crunch all your numbers, but you also watch the weather. I mean, so
Yeah.
you have a permanent tab up on what the weather is going to be like on Sunday. And a week ago, it was like 30%, 24 to 30% chance of rain. We're down to no rain, but now we're up to like 18-mile-an-hour wind.
Oh,
So,
which is going to affect both your current on the swimming and your bicycle riding.
yeah, so it makes the current on the swim, just makes the swim colder. The current, it's going to be fine. I mean, you're in the water, you're in that current stream, so that's not going to be too bad. And it really, really affects the bike ride.
Yeah.
If we have a crosswind, if we have a headwind, tailwinds are great. Everybody loves a tailwind if you get pushed along. Difference in speed can be like 4 or 5 miles an hour difference between going into a headwind and having a tailwind.
Sure.
So, that's, and every time that you slow down, you'll hear me say this over and over. It's time.
Right.
The difference between, say, 10 miles an hour into a headwind and 20 miles an hour, that's huge, right? That's, double your speed, so that's half your time, and when we're fighting the clock every step of the way, that's
right.
That's
and in
tough.
your particular situation with your wife, it's not like you guys are trying to go for first place, but you said you have a 17-hour cutoff. So every minute that you start losing pushes you farther and farther and farther back towards that 17-hour mark.
Yeah. And that's the tough spot. So you try and not watch the time. You watch your cutoff time, so that they have intermediate cutoffs during the race, so that if you're really not going to make it, they'll pull you off the course. But so you watch your cutoff times, you watch your speed, you watch your average speed on the bike, and then on the run, you start watching everything, and it's frustrating. If you're making good time and you're within the time allotments, quit looking at your watch. Don't look at it. Just leave it alone. You're better off not looking and spending all the time fretting about whether you're going to make it or not. It's I tell everybody, we're well trained for it. 6 months of training. It's just a long workout day. You have a long,
extremely long.
yeah.
But I mean, it's nothing for you though. I mean, I get the text all the time what you did that day, and I'm in awe just of the training that you guys do. Just on a daily basis, going out for these humongous bike rides and stuff.
Yes, we have a really good coach. Her name's Gina Miller. She's absolutely fabulous. She's tough. She's mean. She's nasty, and very, very supportive. I mean, we can call her up anytime. We text with her. We get emails from her every week. What I tend to do is, her job is make sure we are ready for the race. My job is to execute the workouts as she puts them down.
Mm-hmm.
And then report back how we're doing on the workouts, what it felt like on the workouts, what was easy, what was hard. Nutrition and hydration is key to this race. It's a eating contest, we call it. If you think about it, we need to consume 20 to 30 ounces, ounces of liquid every hour. Okay. So, and we need to consume like 180 calories an hour. So you do 180 to 200 calories an hour times, a 16-hour, you're 3,200 calories. I mean, that's a ton of food.
And that's just to keep you at that level.
That's just to try and keep you at that level. And if you don't get your nutrition right, after 3 hours, you're out of juice. And that's just the way it goes. You're going to hit the wall, and it's going to be a really, really hard day.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't hydrate properly, again, there's no making up for it. If you're thirsty, you're too late.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a 16, 17-hour day. So yes, you can kind of make up for it by just consuming tons of liquid, but your performance during that time that you're making it up is going to be really, really bad.
And getting dehydrated like that seems like it probably leads just cramping and that kind of thing.
Yeah. We watched a friend of ours do a half Ironman. I can't remember where it was. And they canceled the swim. So they went immediately on the bike, and he was faster than his workouts by like 2 or 3 miles an hour on the bike for the 56 miles. And we were at breakfast watching all of this, and they're looking at me, and I'm going like, he's going to die on the run. He's in trouble. He's going to die on the run. And so he gets on the run, and the first mile was okay. And then the second mile, third mile, he cramped up, couldn't even walk. And then finally got it moving again and everything. But his mile pace was normally, he's fast runner. So 7, 8 minute miles. And he was at 15-minute miles. Me personally, okay, I'm looking for the 15-minute mile the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at his 7-hour marathon.
Wow.
But so I'm going to run, walk. That's what's going to work for me. It has in the past. So, nothing new on race day. So you just continue doing exactly what you're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
I think this year, probably a little special because I'm further out from cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, we talked, and I was struggling big time. I mean, just miserably struggling to get the workouts in, struggling just to do anything. Massive amounts of time, just everything was hard. Nothing was gelling. I talked to you and I said I was 2-3 months behind in training.
Yeah.
This year started out that way, but then toward the end, all my numbers and performance and all that stuff really accelerated. In fact, all my friends and stuff are like, wow, good workout. Wow, you're right behind us. Wow, you're right with us.
Awesome.
So I feel better. This year. I've been crunching all the numbers. So those of you that don't know, we do analysis paralysis on this stuff all the time. I mean, constantly. So not to plug any particular company, but I wear a Garmin 945 watch. It takes heart rate, VO2 max. It takes pulse ox. It takes every step that you do, every stroke that you do, every pedal stroke that you do. It keeps all of this massive amounts of data for you. I have a power meter on the bicycle so every time you push on the pedal, it measures the deflection and converts that into watts of power. So we have massive amounts of data. Our coach crunches all the data and gives us the workouts. So it's not like, oh, I just felt good on the run. Some days, oh yeah, I felt really good on the run. You look at the data and you didn't have a good day.
Mm-hmm.
Other days, you're struggling on the run and everything's hard, but then you go back and look at the data and the data says you had a great day. So we get massive amounts of data. For a non-professional, right?
Mm-hmm.
Athlete, just Joe average athlete on all of this stuff. It has gotten pretty sophisticated.
Yeah.
Our bicycles are carbon fiber. Our wheels are carbon fiber. The bearings are not steel. They're ceramic. So even the bikes are pretty high tech. The bike frames aren't round tubes, or they're aerodynamic. Every advantage that you can get.
Yeah, and it not to make anybody that's watching think that makes it any easier for you. In the long run, I mean, yes, it does make you more aerodynamic and roll better and lighter and that kind of stuff. But still, it's your body that's doing all the work. And it brought back a lot of memories when you were talking about how you were last year, because last year you were a little down. Well, maybe a little more than down, because you were working so hard to get there. And I'm noticing a whole difference in your attitude this year, as far as what you think you'll be able to do as opposed to what you were, thinking you'd be able to do last year. So and that's amazing.
Last year, it was probably, I was probably like 20% gonna make it, to be honest. 80% not gonna make it, not gonna finish. Didn't know where it was gonna fall apart, but just really didn't think that I was gonna make the full distance.
Yeah.
When they cut the bike last year to half the distance, to 56, I was like, yes, finally, it put it into a realm that I thought I could probably complete it. But then again, it's not a full Ironman. So, you get that. This year, training's been a lot better. I do feel a lot better. It's probably 80-20 the other way. I feel like 80% I will be successful and make it. But it's down to, if you have a flat tire, right? It's going to take you 10 minutes to change your flat tire. That could be 10 minutes I don't have.
Right.
Or 10 minutes that's just going to make everything else have to worry about it. And then that's going to slow you down too,
Well, I'm definitely going to be praying for you for number one, for safety, and also that, you find the strength to be able to complete this, because this is amazing. Even for people that aren't battling prostate cancer, this is an incredible thing to do. And then you're set even farther back behind that. And I know you had your radiation and everything. But like you said, this, lately the numbers, the PSA has been bouncing around a little bit, and it's just the way our minds work. You start spending more time focusing on, man, what's going on with the cancer. And, now your focus all needs to be completely on that race.
Yeah, but it's not, it's not. I mean, we talked about before we were on, I just got another biopsy on my arm. It's going to turn out to be squamous cell carcinoma. So it's going to be a squamous cell cancer on my arm. I had the other one, which was huge. This one's not nearly as large, but so you're worried about cancer on your arm. Your PSA is going up. I just got another set of blood work Tuesday. So now you're waiting for the results for your PSA to see what it's going to do. So there's stress there. We those of us that go through this and have cancer, every time we get blood work done, for the next week or two, we're definitely not ourselves and stressing over what those numbers are going to turn out to be. We don't know until the report. Is stressing about it going to help us? No, it's not going to help us, but it does. But we do it anyway.
No way around it. No, as much as we tell ourselves not to do it, it's like my buddy Dennis Finnegan always calls it scanxiety. And it's just one of those things we have to deal with. But I am amazed, brother. I am so in awe of you. Just comparing a normal person, normal non-prostate cancer battling person, and cancer on your arm battling person, compared to a regular guy that's just going to run it. You have so much more of an uphill battle. And I got to tell you, I'm just amazed with your attitude this year. I'm so much more confident because you're more confident, that things are going to work out. And the F Cancer sponsorship is just fantastic. And I'll put the link to their website.
Yeah, I'll see if I can give you a link. I actually have a link, I think, to my sponsorship page.
Fantastic.
Which I don't care, right? But it just tags that I had something to do with it.
Yeah.
It's a great group. They do a lot of really good things. We just sent a cancer survivor, I believe it was, to Kona, Hawaii, for the World Championships. So the group does some really, really cool stuff.
Nice. And I know
cancer and battling it.
Yep. And I know Dumalski was just at the golf tournament. I think it was last week, maybe week before.
Yeah.
So yeah, excellent organization.
Yeah,
well, listen, buddy,
Jason Williams really does a great job.
They do. What is the date for the race?
This Sunday.
It was in the back of my mind. I'm just sitting there thinking, I know it's coming up quick.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
we leave tomorrow morning. We finish packing the truck with all the gear and all the bikes and everything. We leave. Then it's a busy weekend. Eat, try and stay off our feet. The race starts 7 a.m. Sunday morning. If anybody wants to, they can follow us. So I'm Steve Nelson from Huntington Beach, and you can find me by the name on the Ironman website for the race. My wife's Teresa Nelson. She'll be doing the race also. The goal is for us both to finish, both to complete. So it's going to be a good day. We'll see what happens.
Nice. So is it Ironman.com?
Yeah, Ironman.com.
Okay, and then they have a
link
click
to
on
the athlete tracker, and then you can look us up by name.
cool.
We don't
Steve
get our numbers
Nelson and
until we
Teresa
actually,
Nelson.
yeah, we don't get our numbers until we actually check in.
Right.
But, if you have nothing
Fantastic.
better to do, we start at 7 a.m. and we're probably going to finish at 11:30 p.m. I have friends from work that just kind of like keep it going during the day and go like, "Yeah, he's still on the bike. Yeah, he's still on the bike." And they have dinner and it's like, "Oh, he's running."
Oh, that's cool. Well, I tell you what, I'm praying for your safety and for Teresa as well. And you said you're racing with the Baumgartners this year.
With the Baumgartners, Mike and Paige.
Fantastic.
They will be well ahead of us. They are they're a lot younger than us. So that's one thing that we didn't put out there. I do turn 65 in December. So yeah, Medicare, all that kind of fun stuff. So I'm not young, which also makes this sport even tougher.
Sure.
But it can be done. So you can do these crazy things with cancer. You can do these crazy things getting older. It just takes time, patience, and dedication to the sport to do.
It does. It does, man. You're lifting me up today. I'm going to make sure I get some kind of exercise in today. But we'll also do a follow-up video after you guys get back, just find out how things went. But like I said, man, wishing you all the luck in the world, all the safety in the world. I'll put the links to the website and everything down below. But like Steve says, guys, prostate cancer or no, we can do this stuff. So I'm feeling pretty jazzed about it. And I hope you are too. Steve, have a great, safe trip.
Thanks.
And we'll talk to you when you get back. And to everybody watching, thank you so much for following the channel. I appreciate it. If anything we've done here today made you smile, give me a thumbs up on it, help the algorithm. And I love you all, and I'll talk to you on the next video.